Hi YouTube, I haven't made a video in a while. I hope all of you guys are staying safe. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about reducing financial barriers for people with disabilities. So in one of my videos previously, I've explained the challenges that people with disabilities face finding employment and keeping employment. It's so important that people with disabilities are able to be more financially independent, so that way we don't have to rely on social assistance and other government programs such as AISH. AISH stands for Assured Income for the Severely Handicapped. It's in Alberta. And the government doesn't give a lot, so I've been on it myself for 5 years, and I'm working towards financial independence so I don't have to be on AISH. I think what the government of Canada is doing is excellent. So it's a good start to reducing work-related barriers and financial barriers for people with disabilities. Statistically, most of us with disabilities live in poverty. Most of us do not have a way to supplement an income. A lot of us are worried about how we're going to pay off our student loans, like myself. I advocate for other people with disabilities. What the government is doing is they're planning an action to make the workplace more accessible for people with disabilities and improving financial circumstances for people with disabilities, which is good. So I took a survey. I've also participated in a discussion from the CNIB. We talked about employment issues, and we talked about how the government can give incentives for employers to hire people with disabilities. I find the problem with a lot of social assistance programs is when a person makes over a certain amount, their benefits can get clawed back. I think that's the problem there. I think it would be good for people with disabilities to have the same access to internships, just like their sighted folks or people without disabilities. There's still a lot of stigma towards us. People assume that we're less capable than someone who doesn't have a disability. And people also assume that we're not able to be as independent as someone who's able-bodied. And I feel like we're pressured to prove to society we can do it. And as able-bodied people, they don't have to prove anything because able-bodied people are assumed to be already independent. There's people who are able-bodied who still live at home with their parents and they can't cook. There's able-bodied people that don't have a driver's license or don't have a job. Although it is tough to find a job out there, especially during the pandemic, it is much harder for people with disabilities to find work than someone who doesn't have a disability. I like people to see us as any other human being. I find that the biggest barrier to assistive technology is cost. For example, a lot of the braille note takers, magnifiers, graphing calculators, it's expensive for a lot of us. Like, I have a braille note taker that's worth $5,000, and I can't afford to get a new one because it's expensive. We need those accessible technologies such as screen readers, magnification software, Dragon, etc., in order to be as productive as possible in the workplace. Workplaces need to be more accommodating to people with wheelchairs and other mobility issues. And also, it's important that we lessen the stigma towards people with disabilities. And stop treating us like we're less capable than an able-bodied person. As a person with a disability myself, I get tired of people asking questions like, who takes care of you, or you still live at home? Not only because I look young, but because I am visually impaired. And I'm just wondering if you able-bodied people ever get asked those questions of, do you still live at home, or or who takes care of you? Or do you have people that cook for you? And I find these questions to be, these questions perpetuate the stereotype of people with disabilities, and this is the reason why I don't like it when people ask those kind of questions. I will continue to fight for other people with disabilities. I'm currently writing a book called Ableism Awareness. I'm planning to have it published by the beginning of 2022. I'll let you guys know when it's available. And I will definitely post a link to my book once it's published. I'll see you guys back for another YouTube video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more of my videos. And please share with like-minded individuals who are open to learning about visual impairment and ableism. It would really help me a lot, and it'll help spread awareness and lessen the stigma of people with disabilities, including people who are visually impaired. Bye.